is thinking? Do you have a beloved pet that has passed? Is there something you want to tell them? Join Animal Connections and renowned pet psychic Nicole Elizabeth as she connects with your pets both living and past to deliver messages and receive answers to your questions. Here now is your host, Nicole Elizabeth.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Spirit Realm Network. My name is Nicole Elizabeth and this is your show Animal Connections, and I'm here to give you free readings for the next hour. Now after me there is another show on called the Realm of Darkness, a podcast, so stay tuned for lots of fun today. Now if anyone wants to connect with me, I'm on a couple of different platforms, so if you are on Facebook you'll need to pop over to thespiritrealm.net and pop over to the channel and have a look at Watch Live TV, and you'll see there's a chat there. This is how you'll interact with me, and that you'll see, let me see, I better join the chat so I can actually see what's happening. And you can leave your comment there, you can leave a photo if you like, and you can interact with me there. Pop questions like, pet, dog, living, why don't I like chicken? And then things like that. Just whatever random questions that you want me to connect with, who you want me to connect with, and then we'll go from there. So I can see that Rochelle's made a comment. So I will get to that very, very soon. So tonight though, guys, tonight is Thursday, the 10th of April, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So please pop on to the chat and we can interact and have a fun show of free live readings. So I drink a lot of water, guys, when I do this because it makes me very thirsty this work. And I'm sorry, it's a massive bottle. So let's see what we've got. Oh, move that. Right, so I like to write names as I get them, and then I see what information comes through. So for me, I work by seeing, sensing, just like any psychic medium. I actually don't like the term psychic medium. I prefer the term animal communicator or animal messenger because that's literally what I do. I connect to animals, not people. Yes, I am trained on it, but it's not my thing. I prefer animals. Same as people that do. People prefer people. Let me see. Oh, what happened? There we go. Aha, now I see. Okay, Rochelle. So for all of those that can't see the chat and that are watching on the network, Rochelle has left a comment saying, I sadly lost my first little rescue possum yesterday. He was doing so good, but went downhill fast. We don't know how long he was alone for. Any info? Oh, that's so sad. Oh, little honey. Oh, rescuing animals is such a rewarding job, but it's also very stressful and taxing on your emotions. And not very many people know that until you start rescuing them and rehabilitating them, and then you realize how hard and stressful it is. So I take my hat off to you because the wildlife definitely need people like you to help them. Do you know if this possum was a boy? I was just getting a reference to that. And also I'm getting a pain in my stomach. Is that my stomach? No, it's kind of here. My stomach here, there, behind, whatever's behind, even behind the lungs inside there. That's where I'm feeling pain for this possum. Okay. In relation to being alone, I feel like there was also a long time without any food or water because I'm getting like this pull to my throat as well, right in here. And it's, although you'd think it'd be in the stomach, it's not, it's here. It's kind of like it just feels dry and sore, and it just feels like it's been a long time. And what I'm getting too is almost that I'm out of it, like I'm here, but I'm sort of not really realizing what's going on, like you can probably see that I'm just kind of like, almost feel like this little thing's in a daze, this poor little thing. And almost it's shut down its energy like that. That's what I'm feeling. It's been pulling the energy into him. Okay. Also, I'm getting a reference to 7. 7. 7. There's something to do with 7. Seven days, 7 hours. What is it? Oof, no, I feel like it was a long time. I feel I'm getting days. We're days without connection is what I'm getting. Also, one thing I'm being sort of tapped to let you know that that makes sense actually, that as much as we help these animals, they don't always understand that we're helping them, and that creates a level of stress within their body. And we tell them, but they don't understand our life. And so sometimes the stress of that is too much and it takes over their body and they just don't survive. Even though when they're doing well, it's kind of like whether they're stressed for a certain amount of time, their body just shuts down and then there's no reversing that. And that's what I feel like that happened with this guy. And all different sounds and noises, just even the transport can freak them out to the point where they will just die. But they can hide that for a long time. So that's what I'm feeling happened with this one. I don't feel like it's you did anything wrong. It just feels like this one just didn't understand, because everything's so different. And as much as we try to replicate their environment as much as we can't actually do it to the point where they feel that comfortable. So it is actually quite touch and go with these guys. And it's so heartbreaking when you lose them, because you're like, what could I have done better? You start blaming yourself, but it's not. They're just kind of like, I cannot cope with this, and they just shut down. It's this. I just keep shaking my head because it's just like, I just can't do this, and my body's just breaking down like this way. Let me see what in the chat. Oh, okay. He was making little tick sound in his chest. Oh, poor baby. He was completely covered in maggots from his dead mum. Oh my God. So at least a few days. Oh, poor baby. That in itself is stressful. Holy hell. It was very stressful for him. And when we had to remove all the maggots and eggs. Exactly. Poor thing. And he was only tiny, 150 grams. Oh, do you know what though? It's very difficult not to focus on his passing, but focus on the fact that you were able to provide him a good passing. Could you imagine the passing he would have had if he stayed with his mum? Yes, he would have died with his mum, but also it's lonely, it's stressful, and it was stressful moving and all that sort of stuff, but it kind of, this is what I'm trying to say, it provided him with a safe passage to pass. That's the way you need to look at it. And that's the way you have to justify it in your own energy field to be able to continue with more, because there will be more. There's always going to be more. It's never ending. And a note saying, once you're in, you're in. Almost as if someone's saying, I hope you know what you're in for. I feel like you do. Pain on my head. Oh my God, it must be Stewie. That is hilarious. Well, no, you know what I mean? It just, all of a sudden I got that pain in my head. Oh, that was crazy. That was a real shocker, that one. So Rochelle wrote, he would have been eaten alive if we didn't find him. A dog found him, actually. Holy cow. So you provide him with a way to pass in a safe environment. That is a lovely thing to do for a pet. You know, I know people will be saying this to you, you can't save them all. No, but I want to, because that's what I do. But you provided a safe way for them to pass, and that is an honor. So I would take that as a win. It didn't go how you planned, but we need to let go of those expectations, because now that baby is with his mum and he had a safe way to get there. So that's a win. So that's how I would see it. I'd reframe it like that. Madam May's mama, hello, good evening. So sorry about this little possum. Oh, he didn't go alone thanks to you. Exactly. So there you go. Madam May's mama's letting you know that. So don't just take it from me, take it from Madam May's mama. What has Rochelle said? They are so scared it's going to put me off. It's no, sorry. That's what they kept saying. You'll never be the same now. You will never be the same now. No. And the thing is, you're going to feel to their pain. You're just going to start connecting because you're already an animal communicator anyway, and a psychic and a medium. But you're going to really start feeling their energy. You're going to be able to not even look at the animal and you're going to be like, I know exactly what the emotional state of this pet is. And that's going to help you be a better rescuer. That's going to help you understand a little bit better when you get to pull, you'll know to pull back your energy. And actually, one thing with wild pets that everyone should learn is that when you connect, and I do this too, guys, I see an animal like, oh, love me. That's the worst approach for an animal because they see someone going like that, and that's like really terrifying to them. The best way to get a pet on side, especially when you don't know, is pull your energy in. Don't do that because that just literally gives them a rush of energy and they're just like, see ya. But pull it in, literally visualize you pulling in your energy so you're not a threat. And obviously don't make direct eye contact, but just pull that in, calm your energy. That's going to calm the animal and that's going to help you rescue animals. So there you go. That's a tip for everyone. Let me go back to the chat. Let me see. They've got me hook, line, and sinker as one carrier yesterday. Yep. Once you're in. I've learnt of the 3-day rule. Anything can happen with wildlife. Absolutely. And then obviously with because you're in Australia, so wallabies, kangaroos, if they experience stress for 15 minutes, they will get myopathy and they will die, and it's a slow and painful death. So we need to keep them out of that stress state by covering their face, but you know all that. Let me see. I loved him already, and I had a few tears, obviously, because you care. That's why you're a carer for the animals. And this is that emotional ride. It's going to be so many ups, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of downs too, and it's hard. It can be hard, but it's worth it because you're saving them. I knew the second my eyes opened, he was dead. Oh, God, it's such a bad feeling. Raylene, hello. Are we going to find Charlie Walter his new beautiful home? Oh, hello. Let's find out. He has had so many false starts and our home is struggling with all that is going on. Yes. Okay. Look at him. And hello, Raylene. Hey, Ray. Paris. That's right. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm laughing because I feel my paws doing this in the ground. Obviously not actual, although let me know if it is actual, but I feel like we're getting a bit stubborn now and putting our paws in with him. Let me see what's going on. Charlie Walter. Why am I leaning towards the name Charlie? Is that one that he had and you've changed it to Walter, or is it the other way around? Because I'm leaning to the name Charlie. I don't know why, but please let me know in the chat. I'm getting the sense from him that I'm feeling very comfortable where I am, and I'm going to make sure that they don't want me. Because I feel like I'm seeing like a 7-day return policy, and it's kind of like on the 7th day return policy. Wow, 7 must be the number of the week, guys. Look into that because the possum and now Charlie keeps bringing up 7, so there must be something to do with 7. So interesting. But anyway, back to Charlie. Refund. I see refund, not return. It's a refund. Very different. As in, it's not a return and exchange. It's I want a refund. As in, it stays there. Meaning this is how I feel like some people are feeling about him. Poor little bugger. I feel like, no, don't feel sorry for me. I'm where I want to be. No, I'm good. So I feel like he may be orchestrating this a little bit. What's that? It feels like to me that he knows that he can get what he wants because you're a trainer, you train dogs, you know what, you can pick up their all that easily, but I feel like with him, he knows, and it feels like that wrapped around little finger. I get what I want, and why would I want to leave here? And as soon as I say that, I can see all this stuff, like you said, going on, but it doesn't feel like he cares about any of that. His words, not mine. I feel like he actually wants to stay and help. That's what it is. Almost I feel like a sense of obligation. Like he's looking out for you. You did it for me, I'll do it for you. I'm getting this back and forth with him. And I feel some reluctance from you about that. Oh, let me see what's happening in the chat. Raylene, so he's taking more ownership of me. Yeah, okay, so he knows. Charlie was his original name. Okay, so you can tell that I actually don't remember readings, which is a good thing because you don't want me to remember. But Charlie, I'm actually getting I'll pull back to that. So that could be a symbol for original. You're his original now. Oh, that is what Ted wanted me to do when I bought him. Ted, he's cute. Take him back for a refund. So, I see. So you got Charlie and Ted wanted you to take him back for a refund. That is quite funny. That is hilarious. All right. Causing fights and a friend was bitten on the weekend. That's because we've got this I'm the boss, no, you're the boss. I'm the boss, no, you're the boss. Yes, there's both. What is it? It's kind of like there's no clear leader, so they're finding their own leader. This is from their perspective. I'm not saying that's actual, but this is from their perspective. They both want to be the boss. Ted was there first, so there's a natural order of things. Charlie was there second. Sorry, I'll call him Walter because that's his new name. But he wants to be there, so that's where we've got the disagreements. I feel like there might have even been broken skin with that bite as well. Because it feels like almost like little bugger. That's what I'm getting from that. But what? So it's kind of like Walter's got Charlie Walter is kind of like, well, he just has to step aside. That's just the way it is. And Ted's like, what did you just say to me? So we have that going on as well. So that's not very helpful for you. Then that stress is causing you more stress. And then that stress is causing them to stress. And then that stress is going, well, there's no clear leader here, so I'm just going to have to make it myself. This is the thing with dogs, as you know, Ray, but I'll tell everyone else. If they feel there's a crack or a niche or a little way, or they've lost confidence in their head, they will find it, they'll sort it out themselves. They both need to calm down. This is what I'm getting. As soon as I said that, I get this on both sides. Okay, so basically, Ted has to be the leader because Ted that's the natural order. Charlie Walter, I'm going to call him Charlie Walter now, needs to just fall into line. You have to be on that. I feel like you are, but there are times when I see that you're not there because, hello, we all have a life. And that's where Charlie Walter takes advantage of that time. And if someone else steps in, they're just in the way. Well, I don't actually feel like it was meant to be. It was just they're in the way. Just get away from me. That's the way I'm feeling it. I actually don't feel like we're on purpose targeting people. It's just they're in the way, because I'm just getting that reference from Charlie Walter. Let me see what's happening in the chat. Oh, okay. Here we go. Right. Let me get back to the beginning. Okay, Barbara, I will get to you about just wondering about your beautiful Missy peeing. So back to Ted. Ted has stayed at a friend's place while we went away for a couple of days. This seems to have caused more tension. Yes, because there was almost as if there's a preference, and they don't like that. Sometimes when they are, they can work it out themselves, but then when there's feels like someone's being raised up, that's and then you're going to bring them back, and now I have to follow this again. What are you talking about? That's the type of attitude you get from them. Let me see. Where are we? Yes, broken skin. Yeah. Okay. Not sure who actually bit her. We were not there. I would honestly, I would feel more it's Charlie Walter, but again, it didn't feel like that was targeted. It was just in the way. It was just kind of and it would have just been latching, because that's what they're doing, and they're having an argument, and they're allowed to have disagreements, but they're not allowed to have continued and long disagreements. And it was just in the way. So I don't think they actually would have hurt her in a normal situation. I don't feel like they're those types of pets. I've got to be honest. Let me see. Where are we? Yes, broken skin. Yes, you have it in one. Okay, thank you. So that is exactly how they're acting and being. I have 2 super unwell humans in the house, which complicates it more. Absolutely it does, because then they have to step up in their minds. That's their opinion, but they don't have to, but they feel like they have to. So yes, Charlie Walter is 2 years and Ted is 10, 11. Natural order. Ted should be the boss. Charlie is testing the boundaries. No. And his body is starting to fail him. Oh, poor Ted. Again, see, then that's another level of layer in Charlie Walter's mind that, we've got someone has to take control here. Old mate's old. I guess it's me. And Ted's like, no. Okay, I've got experience here. You're not taking over from me. So there's that personality going on. So we're going to pull them into line. You're going to pull them into line because you can. And don't feel, what's the word? Don't, when you set the boundaries, that's what I'm trying to say, don't feel in your energy like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't feel like you will, but it is testing you, and you're going to question it. But if you do question it, pull yourself straight back into the energy of, no, this is it. No is my no, and my yes is my yes, because that's what they need. They need that at the moment. And then you'll find as that increases in your energy, they will decrease. And Ted gets fed first because Ted's the boss. Charlie Walter just has to suffer. Sounds bad, not suffer, but it's just the natural order of things, and they have to do that. Charlie won't like it, but you're going to be able to manage it. I feel full faith with you. Yeah, she was trying to break it up. It was not intentional. Absolutely. There's no way that either of them would actually want to hurt your friend. Can I just say, they're just, I also feel like quite individually, they're actually quite beautiful animals, and they love to play. They love you. They love their environment. They love the fact that they have this good life with you. They just want to protect it as well. So that's another, they actually feel comfortable to do that too. That's another thing. So it's good in a way. And Raylene's just put, I do feel tested. And I appreciate your guidance and support. You're very welcome. just remember that's what it is, and that you do have the strength to do this because you have done this before. So pull on that energy, and they're going to know when your energy has shifted. They'll be like, uh-oh, I'm going to have to fall into line now. Again, your yes is a yes, your no is a no. That's just the way it is. It has to be, especially animals in this situation, because they both think their yes is a yes and their no is a no, and they will die on that hill. But they don't get to decide. You do. So that's the way we need to do it. It may sound harsh, but it's just, we're not going to be harsh leaders. You would never be a harsh leader, but leaders lead, and that's what we're doing. We're leading them. So there you go. I hope that makes sense. And to everyone watching as well. So for everyone that is watching, if you're watching on Facebook, please pop over to spiritrealm.net and watch live. And then there's a chat in there where you can actually add photos and you can interact with me. And then we can connect to your pets and see what's going on as well. So let's, and so for the next 35 minutes, I've got free readings on the Spirit Realm Network. So take advantage, because at the moment, I'm actually really booked up until the end of, I think it's end of May. So this is the only way most people can interact with me for the next couple of months. So please feel free to add your questions. I really should get more of a graceful water bottle. What do you guys think? Okay, let's see. Barbara. They are all gorgeous, really. Thank you. I needed that. You're very welcome. Okay, Barbara. Missy peeing. Okay. Let me see. What am I getting with Missy and peeing? With Missy, what I'm seeing is this energy sort of coming up to me. Do you know what you know what I'm feeling? It's kind of like bit of an actress at the moment, just coming up and wanting attention and doing that. That's how I'm sort of getting the energy coming through to me. Have a look. Almost saying, I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, that type of feeling. And then turning around and huffing and puffing. Why are we doing that? Why are we huffing and puffing? Ooh. Missy's telling me you're not listening to her. It's kind of like Missy's trying to get your attention by doing all this, and then she doesn't feel like she's getting the answer that she wants, and then she's turning around huffing and puffing and protesting. What's that about? And can you explain to me, Missy's bringing up food. There's something to do with food as well. I'm not sure if they're connected at this stage. Let's see what we can get. But just these are the things that she's bringing through. Also, too, Missy needs to warm up to me. That's the other thing. Let me see what's happening in the chat. Oh, that's it. Oh, oof, all these messages just came through at once. Oh, yes, very dramatic. Okay, there you go. So got Missy's personality there. Yes, Madam May's Mama, I will come to you. I haven't read your question fully, but I'll wait to read it when I connect. She stands at the door of the bathroom waiting for me to clean it up. Oh, that is so funny. I mean, it's not. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but I guess that's why she's stamping her feet. What else have we got, Missy? Oh, do you know what's really interesting? My cat decided to pee elsewhere today. I have this feeling every time I have this where pets are not weeing where they're meant to, my cat seemed to do it before I connect to the pet. So that's really annoying. It's kind of like they're showing me what they're doing. And it is genuinely a protest. It's a smell thing. Oh, that does connect to the food as well. We're big on why are we big on the smells? Obviously, that's a scent thing, and most animals are good with scent, but why are you so concerned about it? My lady. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Missy saying, well, you flush when you go to the toilet. Why can't I flush? So that's kind of like what this. There's more to it than that, I feel. What is actually really going on there, Missy? What is that? No, what is that? Sorry, we're having this two-way conversation. I know who Barbara is, and I feel like I've connected to Missy before, but I don't remember anything about Missy, but I know there's like little ones constantly, but I know she's not sick because we know she's not sick. Where are we going, Missy? This is the other thing too. Now, I almost like a little box. Oh, okay. There's something to do with Mrs. This is disconnect. I'm not going to connect the two. Missy, box. I'll come back to that. Missy, itchy. So there feels like there's something that actually is irritating her in her food. That's something she wants to bring through. Box. Back to the box. I actually feel like I don't like being that exposed. And I don't get the feeling like you don't have her box in the middle of the room. You have in the corner of the room. You have it to where she likes to pee, where she has been peeing. But I feel like one thing we can do, because I don't want people spending money, especially if because some cats will go, well, I just want to go outside. And then you open the door and they're like, nah, I just wanted the choice. And they'll sit there and watch outside, but it's having that choice. But so with Missy, I actually felt like I didn't want to be so exposed because it is a vulnerable, I'm a lady type process. So if you have, I wouldn't go out and buy a special box, but what I would do is a box that maybe a plastic box that you have, or even a cardboard box, something big enough to put over the little box to give her freedom to go into it with a bit of safety. It's not that it just feels vulnerable. I just keep seeing the word vulnerable. It's just how she feels. And that could be true, coming back to a lot of energy of vulnerable energy coming out in the home that she's taking on. And she's very susceptible to it, but she's feeling a little bit vulnerable. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it as well. And yes, cats like clean litter, but if it was just that, she would have stopped that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like there's just more to it than that. Oh, and the other thing too is maybe try and sprinkle a little bit of dirt in there. The reason being is because that's got a really beautiful smell. That's got a really beautiful smell to a lot of animals. And just a little sprinkling of dirt will just make her want to go there a little bit more, make her feel like it's more of a natural environment for her. I don't feel like she's really an outside cat or anything like that. Like, you know, also for people listening, she is actually on the more senior end, like Madame May's mama, like Madame May. But it just feels like that will just help with the senses and the instinct to sort of pull her back into that as well. There's nothing more annoying than pets weeing in your home and you having to clean it up, and that level of frustration from your end, then that also will think, well, if she's stressed, so, and then they act stressed as well. So we have to make sure. It's so interesting how they vibe off us as well. So, but I'm getting pulled back. It's almost I'm getting tapped and pulled back to the word vulnerable. We need to make sure she doesn't feel vulnerable. And having that little, maybe that enclosure will also feel a little bit more secure for her for what's going on around outside the home, because you can't control that, but you can only control what's going on inside. And if she's feeling vulnerable, and we have a little bit of a dramatic flare within her energy, then she's going to keep doing it. So I hope, does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. I feel like I have a dramatic flair as well because I talk with my hands and I'm very over the top, I guess. But you know what? That's just me. Let me go. She stands at her, so this is Barbara Brat Missy. She stands at her dry food bowl and is even, and it's even missing a few crunchies and want it to be filled. Oh dear Lord. That's so funny. I shouldn't laugh because you're having to live through that. I had a cow exactly the same as that. If it's not, the bowl's not full, my God, this is abuse. Why is this not full? But coming back to her, why she does that, it comes back to feeling vulnerable. It comes back to her feeling, well, it's not where it should be. Let's just, if that's my safe level. I know it just feels like food or it just feels like a bathroom or for us, but for them, that's her level of feeling vulnerable. If that reduces, what else is going to reduce? Like that's the way they think of things. And that's why I feel like she's thinking of things. Yes, she's tapping almost as if, fill this up, clean this up, do this. Acts very and then like, why are you not doing this? Come on now. But that's just her way of showing her that I need things to be a certain level to be not feel vulnerable in my life. And I'm kind of going to ask you whether you have a level of, where's your level of how do you need things in your life to not feel vulnerable? Because I feel like there's a mirroring effect going on with both of you. So what seems insignificant with a few little things missing in her bowl can be quite dramatic for her because that's not making me feel safe. So that's how I feel with her. And now she, like, it feels like a big tangent, but that's just how they sort of view life. Let me see, where am I? Oh, sorry, I scrolled a bit too far then. Not totally healthy, almost 18. So Madame May was she 19? Going on 20? She was quite senior. We didn't like the word old, we liked the word senior. Hello, guys. Now let me see, Barbara. I will try the dirt thing for sure. I don't mind mopping up once a day, but 3 times a day is a pain. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then you get concerned that there's going to be smell in your house, and then that creates a level of anxiety. That makes her feel more vulnerable. So while she's created this, she's projecting her thoughts and feelings out, and that's the only way she can project them out. Then it creates a cycle for us that we need to not allow to happen to help her, which will help you. So I hope that makes sense. So yes, it does make sense. And I'm not sure if it's also a throwback from when she was starved before she was rescued. So that makes sense because she does feel vulnerable if her levels aren't up here, if her food's not up there, that's her security's been compromised. So yes, it would be about that as well. Yes, there you go. I can also put down a second bowl too. But if you do that, remember that's then going to have to be kept at that level as well, because then I've got 2 bowls to worry about. So that could also create a little bit more stress. So I'd probably just keep it to the 1 because the 1 is safe for her. She knows that's her bowl. But any decrease in that, any decrease in her bowl, any decrease in anything else heightens other things in her energy. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. What do we have? Kelsey, wondering if I can get an update on my Callie if there's time. We will make time for you. She went to the vet last week and is got on some different med treatments. Thanks, no problems. Oh, okay. Before I get to that, I'm just going to answer Barbara's question because I don't want to leave Barbara hanging. But I will get to Callie. So, Barbara, food, do you mean she allergy needing a change of wet food? I would change it up a little bit, just to give her variety also, and you'll see that she will feel a little bit better on different foods. It doesn't mean she's had like a reaction all her life. It could just be sometimes when we are older, I say we as in animals, things change in our body and we can all of a sudden have a sensitivity to one additive, or they could change a recipe without telling you, and that kind of like irritates them a little bit. So I just give it a little bit of a change and a mixture, not too dramatic, because that change could also create stress in her. So just a little change. And also make sure she's got a lot of good, I keep saying coconut oil, but just I feel like that's a symbol for good oils in my body to create everything not dry and working the way it should. But just not too much, because you don't want to like create another problem and then you're cleaning up other messes, if you follow my drift. Okay. Callie. All right, Callie. I feel like Callie needs her own new page. Ooh, okay. Why am I feeling pressure here on Callie? All I did was write down her name, and I could feel it as soon as I start to write down her name. I feel like there's pressure, I don't know whether I'm clenching my jaw, but it feels like I've got pressure on this part of my head. I don't know if that is from the change medication, but that's what I'm feeling instantly with her. Kelsey, why are you saying sorry? You don't have any reason to say sorry. And you're very welcome, Barbara. Does that make sense to you, Kelsey, with Callie? I'm just being pulled here and I'm being stuck here. So I'm curious to see how that is a focus for her at the moment. Also, I'm getting the sense, interestingly, not with Missy, but with Callie, that I need to go to the bathroom with her. So that actually could be creating something going on in her system, making her feel like that. What's going on? Clenched jaw, bathroom. What is happening? What's with that cough? I feel like I need to do this or clear my throat or do something. There's something going on there as well with Callie. And almost a fed up noise coming from her, like almost she's kind of like very frustrated with what's happening within her own body as well. God, they're really giving it to me today, aren't they, guys? Oh, okay. So she's getting treated for ear mites, and that's why I'm feeling it here. I feel like she's clenching her jaws a lot. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. And she had her GI tract checked last week, and it came back okay. Well, that's good. Interesting. I feel like, it's all connected. That's makes sense now. It's all connected. She's getting very frustrated with that. The whole thing. That's what I'm feeling with her. And when I meant going to the toilet, I meant going with. So she may be having more water to create that as well. I feel like the medication could be doing that within her body. And if there's something going in her ears, it's going down her throat. That's how it's all connected. That's what's making sense now. God, you could just tell me that, Callie. They like making me work for it, don't they? She also had dermatitis, and she no longer pulling her fur out. Hang on. She also had dermatitis, and she's no longer pulling her fur out. or licking as much. Well, that's good. I actually feel like the medication is helping with that. Somehow I feel that's actually connected. And there you go. Kelsey says she has been drinking a lot of water. That makes sense to me now. So that she's kind of like, in her mind, she's flushing it all out. She listens to her body. The body's telling her to drink more, and that's just, I guess that's the way they cope. They just go with the flow in that sort of sense. But it doesn't mean she's not frustrated about it or licking. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's all helping her. But I'm just frustrated at the level of time and level, it feels like it's not there yet. And possibly you're feeling that as well, but that's the way she's feeling about it. Doesn't mean she's not feeling loved or anything of that. It's just we're allowed to feel like that. And it's kind of like she wants to allow herself to feel like that, because that will help her cope. But I feel like there will be light at the end of this tunnel. With her. It's funny, I just started itching though. Really funny. I would just create an environment of making sure she knows that you're frustrated as well. You want to get it fixed and sorted for her. I feel like you're telling her anyway, but it just feels like that reassurance and comfort will help her just feel a little less frustrated with it, because when you've got physical things going on in your body, it is frustrating. So she's just very much in that moment at this point in time. And I'd rather not be from her point of view. I mean, that's understandable. I still feel like she hasn't lost her energy though. Like, I just feel like she's still her. It's just that level of, that's how she feels. Oh, I wonder if she's breathing in a little bit more, because it got a sense of that just then. Okay, what else, Kelly? Are there any other questions, or I'll just stick with Kelly? Oh, okay. So she saw a vet last week, Friday. It's been going on for months. Okay, well, that makes sense why she's so frustrated, because, that's a long time. That's a long time to have things going on in your body. All right. Now, one thing though, I am going to pull this back to with you, and this isn't always 100%. It's just something that sometimes we need to look at. Now, if there is something going on physically in an animal's body, and they are connected to you, and it has been ongoing for some months, we need to sometimes look at, okay, so it's the ears. Is there any area in my life that it goes either way. One, I'm not listening, and then the animal's just pulling that through an illness to show you, hang on, there's something you're not listening to. Or the other way around, is someone constantly giving you so much that you just don't want to take it anymore, and you need to block it out. So I would just look at those things and just see if there's anything out of balance in your life, and that'll transfer over to her. Now, some people go, well, why? It's a physical thing. It's got nothing to do with me. And you, fine, totally entitled to think that and feel that and believe that, totally fine. And like I said, it's not always the case, but sometimes it can be the case. And sometimes when we deal with that balance, something that's out of balance in our life, it actually really affects our pets, and then they get to heal a bit easier. So there you go. A little tangent there, but it actually does help with all pets. And Kelsey, she's been playing more the last few days. That's good. So she's still, again, she hasn't lost her personality. She's just a little bit frustrated with it all. So that's so Kelsey got concussion 2.5 weeks ago. Constant headaches and ringing in your ears since. Interesting. One thing I would say to her then is let her know that you will deal with yours, and she can release that from her energy, because cats, it's a cat. Is it a cat? I feel like it's a cat. Take on our energy. Animals, anyway, do it to try and heal us. but sometimes they're not good at releasing it from their body. So you can just say, you can release it now, let it go. Sing the Frozen song if you have to, but just get it out of your energy field. Tell her to get it out of her energy field, and you're a big girl, you can take it on yourself and deal with it. So sometimes just that release of those words help them as also move forward. If I had more time, I'd actually explain that a little bit further, but I don't want to also bore people that don't want to hear it either. Now, let me see. Raylene, so much wow in these readings. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, she's a cat. There you go. Thank you. That's good to know. I know the name. I'm glad it is a cat. So Kelly was coming through loud and strong there. That's good. Raylene, a quick question if you have time. Kelsey, thanks. You're welcome. Is there a significance in a crow that comes and sits on our fence or shed and caws at us? Now, I love crows. I know they're not the typical. I know people think, oh, crows, magpies, but I love them. I actually feel like, it makes so much sense now. I actually feel like there's a connection to crows and renewal and new. A lot of people associate them with death, but then say when you have like a dream about death or death in cards and things, it's actually a death of something that doesn't serve you and a renewal of something else, like a new beginning. And that's how I see the crows. Now, this is my take and my interpretation of it. What feels like an ending is actually a new beginning. And that's what I feel with a crow. Let me see, where are we? Oh, come on, work. There we go. Oh, Rochelle, Nicole, the bomb, excellent readings. Thank you. Well, I appreciate your support, you guys. There's a magpie too. There you go. That's interesting. I would take that as, honestly. Oh, there's Callie. Oh, I love that. Everyone who's watching on Facebook or on the network, Kelsey posted a photo of Callie. So if you want to see what Callie looks like, there you go. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, you can see it in her face. That personality. She's beautiful. There's a magpie too. Now, magpies don't surprise me because also the white on them is another, for me, it's just more confirmation of a new beginnings, new things going forward. And this could be what is appearing as a bad situation or a stressful situation, or like, that where you feel overwhelmed with everything, will actually break into a new beginning, a new possibility. And do you know what? There's such beautiful animals. They can sing, and they don't do that just with anyone. They love as well. It's almost as if too, I feel like I'm giving you this beautiful gift. I can use my voice to make you happy. I can bring you gifts. I just feel like anytime we have wildlife and birds in particular, but wildlife visit you and want to come near you, it's a true gift. So that's how I see it anyway. So obviously take what resonates with you, and do keep me updated with that, because I actually do feel that actually it's a positive thing. And when we're doing color readings, people sometimes see black as a negative color. Now, I know this is going a bit of a tangent, but you can do color and aura readings for animals as well. So it does relate to animals. It's not always dark and bad and horrible. What it is when you mix all different colors together, you get black. So what's going on in your life is you're mixing all these different emotions. That's what's happening, all different emotions at once. You get this black. And so it's just, all it is just a lot of emotions happening at a time. And so I feel like when a black crow comes and visits, it's just more, so it's like a breakthrough from that. So I know that's a little tangent, but I hope that makes sense to you guys, because it made sense to me. So hopefully it got out that way. Let me see. Thank you. You're very welcome. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty today. Okay. So does anyone, yes, there is someone. As soon as I said that, I saw May May. May May has a question. May May has a question, which is really good because we do have a few minutes left of the show. Where are you, May May? Okay. Music. What would May May like for her memorial service celebration of life? Oh, that is a good question. I feel like I hear ABBA and I'm like, no, there's no way we're having ABBA. Oh, you know what song springs to mind when I feel into this? It feels like to me, you know, Frank Sinatra, I Did It My Way. I feel like that would be a beautiful way for a beautiful representation of Madame May May. So I feel like there'll be multiple songs because obviously it's May May, so she needs multiple. She needs, you know, she needs to be remembered and shown and in a true form. But she doesn't want sad songs. I don't feel like this Frank Sinatra song is a sad song because as soon as, you know, Frank Sinatra Beautiful represents her, but I also get an uplifting song, kind of like you have to feel happy. There's a song you used to play that you used to dance around the house to. I know that, but what is the song that you used to dance to most? Because that is what she finds hilarious. And yes, she finds it hilarious that she'd see you dance. I feel like that's a song. There's like it feels like there's it wasn't upbeat, but it was kind of it made you feel good. That's the songs that she wants you to play. Because I mean, from her point of view, whatever makes you feel happy. But I feel like that is a really good memory that she has that she wants. But if you're going to sum her up, it's going to be the I Did It My Way song. That's funny. Let me see what I've got. Perfect. Also thought It's a Wonderful World and You Are My Sunshine. Oh, yes, You Are My Sunshine because you are my May May. Oh, I have a really good version of that. I'll send it to you. Yes, because she really was your sunshine. But don't feel sad. That is the biggest emotion I want to pull across from her is if it's going to make you feel sad, then we're not going to go with that because I don't want anyone crying for me. Almost don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't play that. That'll make my mum cry. Because my mum's, that's the other thing too. My mum's actually going to be here on May May's Memorial Day. So my mum's going to attend as well. So there you go. Side note for everyone watching. But yeah, okay. So sum it up. Has to be upbeat. Has to be songs that you listened to and you enjoyed. Has to be things that explain exactly her personality. You Are My Sunshine is a very special song for you guys. But if it's going to make you feel really sad at that point in time, just keep it as your song that you can play later. Because that she doesn't want you to feel sad when you connect with her. Although that ginger cat she doesn't really want. there's always that little dig with her. I love her. I love her so much. She's so sassy. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, guys. I am going to have to leave it here because there is a show after me. Is it The Realm of Darkness? God, production, please correct me if I've said that wrong. But it's a really popular podcast that plays after me live. So I need to be respectful of their time so they can get on at the right time. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much for connecting with me. I hope the connections made sense. It's really an honor to connect with your loved ones and hopefully provide information to other pet owners as well to help all the animals out there, not just one or two, but all of them. So come along next week. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern time on a Thursday night. Have a good week.